What's the difference between the words embarrassing, embarrassed, exhausting, exhausted, confident, certain, efficient, skillful, second-hand, low-paid, part-time, first class? Embarrassing, causing embarrassment, makes you feel shy or ashamed. Embarrassed, having a feeling of shameful discomfort. Exhausting, very tiring. Exhausted, in a state of exhaustion. Let's practice. What word do we need? Embarrassing or embarrassed? So this was extremely embarrassing. I was too embarrassed to admit that I was scared. This is embarrassing, but I really need the money for food. Embarrassed by her tears, he turned away. I was so embarrassed, I never wanted to see him again. Exhausting, exhausted. What word do we need in each sentence? In spite of the exhausting day, he had difficulty falling asleep. She was exhausted but couldn't sleep. The fact is that raising children can be physically and emotionally exhausting. Finally, exhausted by tears, she fell asleep. Confident, full of confidence, very sure of something. Certain, being absolutely sure of something, not doubting. Efficient, being productive with minimal effort. Skillful, having or showing skill, accomplished, expert. I'm pretty confident that she's not lying. I was certain of my decision. She was a confident swimmer. We are certain about the results of this test. The salesperson had a confident voice. Efficient, skillful. What word do we need in each sentence? His father was a skillful mechanic. That was the most efficient method. This is made of artificial flowers, shaped and colored by a skillful artist. An efficient process would automate all the routine work. She is a very skillful piano player. Second-hand, obtained, derived or borrowed from another, not original. Low-paid, earning or providing poor pay. Part-time, job that is done for less than the normal amount of hours invested. First class, belonging to the first, highest or best group in a system of classification. Let's practice. Second-hand and low-paid. What word do we need in each sentence? Most of our knowledge is second-hand. Thousands of low-paid workers have joined the union. Second-hand smoke is a mixture of smoke that comes from the burning cigarette and the smoke breathed out by the smoker. If you describe somebody's job as a low-paid, you mean that his work earns him very little money. Part-time and first class. What word do we need? She works part-time, so she can help her mom. He has earned a reputation as a first-class playwright. There are only part-time schools and no evening schools. I don't think a first-class ticket is worth the added expense. The last challenge for you. Choose the right word for each sentence. The first one, embarrassing, embarrassed, exhausting, exhausted. I am often surprised to meet people who still don't know what the E in email stands for, and they are too embarrassed to ask. Number 2, confident, certain, efficient, skillful. Once you become accustomed to using the system, you'll be amazed at how much more efficient it is than other means of communication. And the last one, number 3, second-hand, low-paid, part-time, first class. If you send a letter by first-class mail, it will take a couple of days to get there, whereas an email will not take longer than a few seconds. Now make your sentences using these words.